Hello friends, welcome to exam quiz. In this video, we will be doing very important topic, that is amendment, which are frequently asked in competitive exams like SSC and UPSC. So without any delay, let's begin this quiz. Under which article can amendment be made in the Indian Constitution? Which part of the Constitution gave Parliament power to amend Constitution? When was the first constitutional amendment enacted in the Constitution? Which amendment introduced Common High Court for two or more states in 1956? In 1961, 10th Amendment added which Union territory? Which of the following were added by 12th Amendment as Union territory in? Which Amendment Act created special provisions for Nagaland state? Which Amendment Act added Pondicherry to Union of Territory? Sindhi language was included in Ed schedule by which amendment? Which amendment affirmed the Parliament's power to amend any part of the Constitution, including fundamental rights? Right to property was removed by which Amendment Act? Which amendment abolished royal privilege and privy purse of princely states? Sikkim was made full-fledged state by which amendment? Which amendment is known as Mini Constitution of India? Which of the following were added by 42nd Amendment Act? How many directive principles of state policy were added? Fundamental duties was added by which Amendment Act in 1976 in Part 4? When was 44th Amendment Act enacted? Fundamental rights was restored by which Amendment Act? Right to property was removed by which Amendment Act? When was 52nd Amendment Act implemented in the Indian Constitution? In which of the following amendment contains anti-defection laws? When was 56th Amendment Act implemented in the Constitution? When was 61st Amendment Act enacted? Which Amendment Act decreased the voting age from 21 to 18 years? When was 65th Amendment Act implemented in the Constitution? When was National Commission set up for SC and ST? Under which Amendment Act National Commission was established? When was 69th Amendment Act implemented? Which amendment created National Capital Territory? Which Amendment Act added Part 9 and 11 schedule to recognize Panchayati Raj institutions? When was 73rd Amendment Act enacted? Which amendment added Part 9A and 12 schedule to provide constitutional sanctity to urban local bodies? In which year 74th Amendment Act enacted? Which amendment made education a fundamental right for children up to 14 years of age? When was 86th Amendment enacted for compulsory free education up to 14 years of age? Which amendment limits the size of Council of Ministers at the center and in states? When was 91st Amendment Act enacted which contains Council of Ministers? Bodo, Dogri, Maithili and Santali were added to age schedule by which Amendment Act? What does 93rd Amendment Act 2005 provides to citizens? Which Amendment Act extended the reservation of seats for SCs and STs in the Lok Sabha and state assemblies? When was 95th Amendment Act enacted? Which Amendment Act granted constitutional status to cooperative societies? When was 100th Amendment enacted? Under 100th Amendment, India make land boundary agreement with which country? When was 101st Amendment Act implemented? Goods and Service Tax was introduced by which Amendment Act? In which year Goods and Service Tax was introduced by 101st Amendment Act? When was 102nd Amendment implemented? When was National Commission for Backward Classes granted constitutional status? What percent of the reservation were made for economically weaker section? When was 103rd Amendment enacted? When was 104th Amendment Act enacted? Which amendment abolished Anglo-Indian seats in Lok Sabha and State Assembly? Which amendment restored the power of state to identify and maintain socially and educationally backward classes? When was 105th Amendment enacted? When was 106th Amendment implemented? What percent of seats are reserved for women in the Lok Sabha and state assemblies? In which year what Amendment Act passed? What Amendment Act was renamed to what in 2025? How many amendments have been implemented till now? So friends, these are the most important questions of amendment which are frequently asked in competitive exams. And friends, if you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you all.